Hello everybody, it's Danusa, and we're at our campsite. We have a story for you. Well, I mean, the day went well, and that'll be in a separate video. But at the end of the day, we had reservations for a state park in the area, and we were just rolling right along, and we had gotten dinner in La Cruces, and we're heading north. We had, 10 miles. We rolled in about 7:30, 8 o'clock to the entrance to the state park, and the gate was locked. And I was like, what the heck? We have reservations. How are we supposed to get into the campground? And, we searched around, tried to call some numbers, got absolutely no answer. So it was like, grr, all right, what are we going to do now? Well, I had scouted Hatch RV park, and according to that, the information I saw then, they allowed tents. Well, guess what? They don't allow tents. We rolled in there at about 9:30, and it was like, after throwing up our hands and going, okay, we're just going to get a motel. Well, we found out there's no motel in Hatch, and there's no motels for 50. Either you have to go back to La Cruces or you got to go up to Truth and Consequences. And I was be tired. So that wasn't going to happen. We roll into the RV park where it says you can tap. It says, okay, it says, when you show up, call this number. So we called the number. He said, okay, hey, we're here. We have a tent. Where can we'd like to stay here. And he's like, oh, where do you want to stay? What do you have? Oh, a tent. I'm sorry. You can't stay here. We're not allowing tents right now. But there's plenty of space. I'm sorry. It's a liability thing. We're not set up for tents. Yeah, you are. You're just being lazy. But, like I said, what can you do? So, we fell back on the backup plan, which is something I had kind of looked at before our trip. We're outside of Rincon, New Mexico, which is a little bit south of Hatch, and we're on BLM land. And we didn't get here till like 10:30 at night, and the first thing we rolled up on the access to the BLM land was the sheriff for the county. Now, honestly, I stopped to say hello and just to make sure that we were in the right spot. Also, it's always a good idea if you're camping out this way. If you're running to law enforcement, just say, hey, we're here. It was nice. He said if we had any problems, just call 911. Obviously, we didn't have to. Thank goodness. Wasn't expected to. Anyways, so drove up here. Like I said, luckily I knew this site from some previous research. And we set up camp here and kind of between the arms of this small mesa. And, well, by the time we got done setting up the tent and getting everything going, it was 1:45 midnight. I think this is the latest we've ever gone to sleep. And really the sad thing is, if we'd known the state park was going to be the way it was, and Hatch, the RV park, was going to be the way we could have been up here at 8 o'clock and had a nice campfire and go to sleep at 10 o'clock, which would have been really nice. But because of all the trouble other people caused, that didn't happen. The good news was the winds were calm, the sky was clear, beautiful stars, and no trouble setting up the tent because the wind was calm. All right, let me take the camera from Evelyn, my partner. Like I said, we're outside of Rincon. I'm not going to tell you exactly where, because otherwise sites tend to get overused like that. But I'll show you, and if you're really good, you can figure out where we are. Anyways, so this is the parking area. Here's our Subaru as we're starting to pack up in the morning. Up there is the road that goes to the radio station tower, big loop. And then just there's the access road. And that just goes straight down to the valley, and you can't see it, but just kind of about 3 miles that way is the interstate. And then here's Evelyn packing up the tent. Wave hello. Okay. Yeah. So actually, this wasn't a bad tent site. We're definitely off the road, and we've got shrubbery on 3 sides, so that prevents the wind from really breaking through here. And then we have this bank all the way around back to the Subaru, and then there's the tower, and up there is another bank. So it's really sheltered in here from the wind, which is unlike most BLM land, which is pretty much, well, flat plains with nothing to, nothing. At least here it's, a decent site. Anyways, we made good of a bad situation. We slept well. I mean, I have to admit, if you can see that, it's really kind of sandy, silty soil. It kicks up dust easily. So we got to kind of be careful about keeping the dust out of the tent and out of everything else. But hey, as far as boondocking sites go, this was a good one. All right. We're going to be moving on to the day up the Rio Grande Valley here, north, and should be a good day. We have a short day, actually, so we're just going to take it easy. All right, this is Danusa. Please rate, comment, subscribe.